let you put in this work, son.
I would assume I did pretty good.
This is that game you said you were playing against that guy who's champ or whatever?
Yes.
That guy tried to ninja you, Mr. Champ guy.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so one thing there, you shouldn't use your thrust
you...
in that manner to chase that guy around the corner. I'm gonna, you know what, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and back it up. I'm backing it up right now. Just so I can talk about it on the thing. What are you gonna say?
I agree with that. Which I watched it back over.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, why did I keep my shotgun out the whole time when I knew he was not going to be close enough for my shotgun to do anything?
And I
That
mean,
too.
it's like, I could see him maybe not wanting to drop down from when he run out, because that would be a pretty big change in position. You know, he's moving down and exposing himself to the rest of the map, so I could see him maybe still sitting there. But you use this thrust to chase him around the corner. And when you do that, you know, and you take these next couple steps to walk out, he's spamming the Hydra. I bet you probably tried to press that thrust and try and get back, but you couldn't do it because you had just used it, you know?
Yeah.
Alright,
Which
so
in that moment, I don't think I was. I saw him. I was like, oh, hey, look, a guy I can kill. And then I kind of. I
tunnel
think that's
vision.
what it was. Yeah, definitely.
Alright, I'm
But
buying it. I'm at 25 now. Just rolling.
yeah, that's where I'm at.
It says I'm way quieter than you. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can make my mic louder or whatever. I don't really see those options. That's desktop audio. I'd probably be in there. I'll just make it all quieter. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. Yeah. Oh. Hey, more screen space.
Did you think you hit your third shot there? Is that what that was, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
I,
So,
that's what, and I even after I died there, I was like, I'm pretty sure I hit him 3 times. But then when I watched it over, I was like, oh, I guess I really did miss that.
yeah, so I mean, these close quarters situations are kind of big. I'm rewinding it now on stream, but having a understanding of how many bullets it'll take to put someone's shields low enough that you can just melee them and finish them off is like huge. So with the
Oh, I
Magnum,
know. Yeah.
so
Yeah, I
with the
know how
Magnum,
many.
and I mean, I know that you know this, I'm just saying for anyone else. So for the Magnum, it's 3 shots and then a melee. So what Kony was trying to do here is take his 1, 2, 3 shots, but he missed that third shot, thinking he had it, and he went in for the melee, and didn't happen. And it's like those shots are super important, and taking the time to make sure that you hit that person, even if they go ahead and they melee you, if they didn't get those same amount of shots in the time that it takes you to take the one more shot and then end up meleeing them, they're not going to be able to melee again. So, getting an understanding of how that works with BRs, DMRs, SMGs, whatever else you may have, it's huge. Okay. Yeah, just a short note, Kony, if I want to go back to 38 or 39. So you're taking
Okay.
cover, and you're taking cover against the right side of this wall relative to where you're standing. You see that?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
when you're on that right wall, what is that doing for you that's bad?
Well, it's opening me up. I know to anyone to my left for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly, exactly. You're one shot, so all it's gonna take. I mean, you're pretty absolute too, so really like one bullet to the ass, and they're gonna end up killing you. And this guy already threw his couple of nades, and if he was going to chase you, he'd have to be sprinting pretty much to come do it before you get your shields back. So I think that the smarter just short play here and making the most of everything would be to stay on the left towards that barrier, so you're not quite as exposed from everywhere else on the left. And then you would see on your radar if he was going to come push you from this door.
Okay.
Little things
Yeah.
like that can make a difference in 1 or 2 kills a game, every game, and those will add up.
Yeah.
Freaking god nades. Were you waiting for OS, trying to hold down there?
Yes, because I actually had no idea what time it came up. I was pretty sure it was fairly early, but apparently it was not, because it didn't come up, I think, till like in the low 30s.
Really?
I think so.
That'd
Like
be
it was really
insane,
late.
dude. I would have assumed that he would have
Yeah, because yeah, it's like I killed that guy the second
I'm
time,
pretty sure
and it still wasn't up.
I can't imagine it's still gonna spawn now. That'd be insane. Yeah, someone had it grabbed it at like 950 or something.
That might have been it, but I never saw anybody with
Yeah,
OS.
I think that triggers guy probably grabbed it. I saw his outline make it out from bottom mid.
We might have.
Oh, what'd you do here? Oh, some camera work. Got it. That's cool. Those guys traded.
Oh yeah, because someone dropped and it messed everything up.
Oh, God knows you're there. Yeah, well, it's not really like a mistake as much as it is just like an FFA thing. You're spending a lot of time without shooting people or,
Yeah, I kind of figured that. Well, I knew about it when I was sitting there during the match. I was like, I'm actually sitting here for a very long time. So I started moving around
I saw you
after I died here.
up there, too.
I
Just, like,
figured
looking left and
from
right,
how it's
like,
been,
creeping up and back.
well, from like the
Yeah, he just
match,
grabbed
I mean,
us.
most of the time it was over in that area, and then everyone decided to not ever go in that general direction.
Is that him or is that just his armor? Oh, that's OS. Okay.
Yeah.
So he would have had to have grabbed it early. Like 50 bolt times.
Time was it? Okay.
Because
Yeah,
for you to
I
be
guess.
there in the 40s and fighting him.
Yeah, then wow.
Nice.
I was pretty happy about that kill.
It seems like you've been able to play him like straight up pretty often whenever you saw him.
He wasn't playing too good this game, because I played him again, I think, in the next match, and he actually did a lot better. From like 1v1 perspectives, at least when I fought him, he did a whole lot better than when I played him in this match.
Yeah.
Even though he still totally won quite decisively.
But yeah, that wasn't on your account, I feel. Oh dear. Yeah, that was a really risky move there. I'm surprised that you didn't get picked. Let me just clock that back for a few seconds. So,
To which?
so 610, you're like half shields, and instead of trying to like hug this box or otherwise just like stay concealed, you moved all the way out to this bridge.
Oh.
And you're standing in the middle of the bridge, half shields. No one's been on the kill feed for like a few seconds, so there's a good chance that people are on the perimeter of the map because they just spawn there. I'm really surprised that you didn't get picked, or at least like damaged without getting your before you got your shields back.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about that too much. I think I was a little bit aggressive in that little section. Not really. But I mean, I guess it worked sort of, I guess.
Yeah, you're not playing for this power up at all.
No,
You just left it after you lost the time on it.
yeah, I did. I had zero idea when it was picked up, so.
Just heard it. Not quite. Yeah, if you would have been able to get a kill out of that, I would have been pretty surprised. You ended up in the middle of all of them.
And then
So
that
just
was.
sitting here again. And especially if you're gonna be like down as far as you are against this guy, it's like you're not gonna make it by sitting there, you know?
Perfect kill.
Yeah, for sure. Which I've been kind of trying to not be, since I know my problem is being really aggressive in my normal
You got 5 minutes
like
left.
play style. I was trying to dial it back a lot, and this is probably like the most passive I've ever played ever.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
kind of
I mean, the lesson
So-
there is that, you know, you have being too aggressive, but you can certainly be too passive. And
yeah. Which
I think
after
that,
playing this match, kind of and rewatching again, I was like, yeah, I could have probably done a whole lot more.
yeah,
But
yeah, I mean, it's just that you want it to be like a calculated aggression. And like you see, I mean, if you've gone or if you watched just like the couple of FFA games I have on the YouTube from my champ grinds like a few months ago or whatever, you'll see that I move at like a snail's pace for a few seconds, and then all of a sudden I'm moving and flying across the map for in a certain way, you know. And you'll see me just dial up and down that speed depending on what's going on around me, and being able to dial that one way or the other depending on what's going on, I think was better than trying to consistently play at one pace or another.
okay,
You just need to, and with that, I mean, it's like, it's pretty complicated because you have to consider where everyone else is on the map and think about where their positions are based on how valuable certain positions are, or where you've seen people, or where you're hearing people. And you have to have this big picture understanding of what's going on in the game for you to do that with confidence. And that's something that comes with time and mindfulness, I think.
yeah, I need to work on. Like, I can be aggressive and get away with it for the most part because I have a good shot. Most people I play with don't have that great of shot, but when I get against people that actually do, I don't get away with it at all as much as I think I can. And so that's one reason that I need to work on, yeah, being aggressive, but like knowing what to do with it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And it's good because normally I just run around and I'm like, oh, hey, look, there's a guy, and then I shoot him. And normally I don't ever have any consequences for just running around and just shooting whoever I look at because most people can't,
Yeah, and the other thing,
shoot with me or aren't smart enough to know what to do. But yeah,
Yeah, and the other thing that game too is that, you just kind of lost the time on the OS and then you just stopped playing for it. And I think that depending on who you're playing with, I could see that being a lost cause if they just like aren't grabbing it on time and they're like doing weird things. But at this level that you're getting to play at here soon, people are not forgetting about it. So you can pretty much expect that
Slayer,
at the start of the game,
let's see what you
it's
can
going to
do.
get grabbed in the first 10 seconds. The second time around, it should be coming up in the high 40s, mid 40s, something like that, low 50s. And you should just be prepared to be in the area pretty much every time around those times. And give yourself an opportunity to at least contest it or kill people who are flying to it.
yeah, yeah. I needed that game was a lot. I was playing so passive. I didn't really even worry. Well, I mean, I knew about it, but I didn't put myself in a position to actually contest OS or much of anything. But something, yeah, that I need to be a little bit more
Oh,
mindful of.
jeez. Pretty sure that guy no-scoped you. That was rough.
Oh no, yeah, he did.
I heard someone. Oh, jeez. What was that nade?
um,
Where did he go? Did he drop?
yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then that wasn't him, but
Yeah, I know.
I don't know where he went.
I'm guessing he probably dropped basement or something.
Probably. But yeah, I was really, I was confused. It's like, what? Did he? No, that's a different guy.
Nice move. He's gonna come
Saw
for
that
you.
on radar.
Nice. You got the 3 shots of the melee there. Clean. Yeah, that was tough because you took like a vertical jump and it really didn't make it that difficult
Yeah,
to hit. See, like right
yeah.
now you should be playing for the camo. You were in a position to go for it. Just with the time,
Camo, yeah.
you weren't there.
Well, they took camo off this map, didn't?
I don't think so.
I think it's just sniper now.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
I don't know.
Or maybe
Let's
it.
see.
Uh,
I guess if we see any camo guys floating around, but I'm pretty sure it's there.
I do know this whole match, nobody ever touched the sniper, ever. This whole match, like it just sat there. And yeah.
Oh, does this spawn basement now? How long has it been since
Yes.
I played FFA on the rig? I don't know.
I think they
Pretty late.
did they. It wasn't like. I don't think it was like this last season. I think they just updated all the.
I think that I just rocked it back to like 14:10.
Okay.
This dude gets you like one shot pretty much before you're able to make a move on him, and your reaction to that is you try and back up away from him to keep him from meleeing you, so you can put your shots on. But it looked like you were
Yeah.
gonna try and shoot him the whole way through and hope to hit him 5 times before he finished killing you.
That was a really, yeah, since it was like a really close quarters sort of situation, I guess if I wanted to just kind of get away, I would have just jumped off and went in the basement and try to get away.
Well,
That could have been one option.
I don't know that you would have been
But
able to make it from where you were. Just, what I was thinking is, I think that I would have tried to see, just because of the desperate measures that would have been required, being one shot on this guy and having 2 people coming. would be to have shot him 3 times and planned a melee right after that third shot. That'd probably have been
Okay.
the quickest way to do it, shortest time total, and the less chance that someone else would kill you before you're able to get it out.
Okay. Uh,
Because you weren't getting out of that. Even if you backed out and killed him, you were gonna get killed by the 2 people. And I think that the 3 shots and the melee, if you would have been able to do that, I think you would have had the time to pull that off and make a trade there.
yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Close, but I don't know. It's just a thought.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh man.
Wait. Oh, that stick.
That's double.
Good shots. Oh, that guy's a one-shot, dude. Oh, what was that nade? You were gonna hit him with that. 3 shots.
You don't know.
Good move.
Perfect
Oh
kill.
my Kony.
That's a double.
Let's go, baby. Oh god. Yeah, I think I would have just tried to stay glued to the pillar there, because that guy who spawned bunker didn't know you were there.
I expected him to know
Why did you?
because like I'm just kind of standing right there.
Oh, but his eyes were glued to you too, though.
See, I expected the worst, which was him knowing I was right there.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like,
Yeah, I can
And
see
then-
that. I mean, sometimes you have to just kind of think about, because I think that giving yourself a worst case scenario at certain times is helpful. But I think sometimes, especially when you're in a pinch like that, you just have to play the low probabilities that you have. And even if it wasn't a good chance that he wouldn't see you, that's probably a chance that I would have taken.
okay,
But not to say that it's the right one. It's just like another idea.
Halfway to victory.
just hope for the best with what you got.
And sometimes that's all you can do, man. He's running.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, jeez. Nice. What are you still playing on?
Still
Like
one.
8, 9, 5, something?
5 and 9,
Got it.
or
9, 5.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Only one
Yeah.
of those goes above 5, so I had a guess.
I would say acceleration first
Oh, you're
before
wrong.
ascent.
Oh
Well-
my god! Oh, dude.
Wait.
That's
Oh yeah, that one. I went off with the sticks that match. It
see
was
that,
it was
man.
great.
That's good. I wish I could throw him like that. Jeez.
I use plasma grenades a lot. Because I usually, it's my last ditch attempt if I'm one shot and I know I'm gonna lose. I try to stick them.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. That grenade throw. That was sad.
Where's that kid? He's still there.
Yeah, he jumps back up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 20 now.
Okay. Oh, kind of.
23, 24, 25, 26. I like that you didn't drop and chase that guy. That would have been really bad. To chase that guy on the pass. Because he saw you on radar. He grenaded it. If you would have gone down there, you would have died. So that was good that you didn't do that. Oh my god. I thought you were going to give that guy the business.
I thought I meleeed him, and then for some reason I accidentally reloaded too because that's my it's become a habit. And so then I was reloading and I couldn't do anything. I was like, oh my god, why? I kind of
Oh, good move. Nicely done. Beautiful. Yeah, and I'm gonna break this down just for like some other people watching how like huge that is. So you were able to use the map to escape there, but when you were taking cover, instead of just sitting there like eyes glued to the wall and hoping that this guy didn't kill you, you knew that your backside was exposed and that you could do other things, you know. And that if you're gonna be there anyway, you may as well be looking around and maybe even putting shots on if you can, which is exactly what happens. Is you're here one shot, but those guys are fighting off in the background. So not only did you escape from getting wrecked, but you were able to pick up a kill because of it. So that was good stuff. That was a real good move.
Oh, well, thank you.
We got 5 minutes left.
And I'm just gonna pause it again at 1819. And it's like that type of like multi-track thinking about moving around the map and turning and aiming and like juggling all those different things mentally. It's like they're all individual things that you have to do together. But I think if you just treat them all as one simple thing, like all together, I think sometimes if you're trying to simplify it like that, then I think you lose track of how important some of those individual pieces are. Like there's a lot of times where I do just that, where I'm able to get away from a fight and know that I am behind cover based on my knowledge of the map without looking at the cover, but I'm still able to put shots on in other places or do other things while I'm also taking cover. Or you're multitasking, and
Yeah, yeah.
at the higher level, it's just like that's huge. So that's good stuff. Nice.
Leaders nearing victory.
Oh, beautiful. I like a good ground pound, Kony.
Oh yeah. And there's a kid that stole my scatter shot, so I was pretty happy about it.
Got it back. Yeah, so that was tough there because that guy was full shields and he just started popping shots hoping that you'd get him. And he obviously had a lot of opportunity to move away from you. So I would have tried to maybe think about moving into a better position before you fired those first shots.
Okay. Yeah. I think I told you. Yeah, usually if I see them, I start shooting. That's about how it goes. I don't think ahead
Yeah.
too much,
Well, thinking ahead is important.
but yeah, I need to work on that because yeah, like I was watching your FFA game. I saw that you saw the one guy that was on Rocket Spawn,
Yeah.
and he was just sitting there, and you just kind of snuck up behind him, and
I
then
wasn't in a position to make a play on that guy from the elbow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but like that, like if I was in that position, I would totally just start shooting. Like, I already know 100%. I would just start shooting. So I need to work on that.
Here, so I'm making at 1940. You could see that, and this isn't for you. This is, I guess, for some other people, because you have this down. But this guy, he's done this twice this game, where he's jumped on this scaffolding back here in engine one to come up to engine two, and both times Kony's been here to go ahead and make a play on this guy. He saw him on radar and he'd move out, and Kony's able to see him as soon as he jumps up there. And that guy's not really in a position to do anything to Kony because he's at a height disadvantage. There's not any cover down there, and it puts him in a really bad position. So the better way to go about moving up from E1 to E2 is what Kony does right here at 1945, and it's basically a little jump that you crouch against this wall to hop on that ledge, and then you just jump straight up into engine 2. And what that does is that allows you minimal time out in the open without cover, like that guy was on the scaffolding. And it also limits how many places you could be seen from while you're jumping up. So if you're on that scaffolding, people can see you down in engine one where Kony just came from, that side hallway. They can see you from the bottom of bunker, or maybe even from the top of bunker if they're standing next to the wall looking in at engine one. Versus this jump, it's a little bit quicker and closer to the wall, And if that guy would have made the same play on here, Kony would have had a much shorter time to react to him in an attempt to make a play on him. So learning those types of little things, I think, is just a big deal over time in lots of situations.
Sniper in 10. Sniper rifles ready.
You're on a roll.
It's a lot
We're
going
in the
on.
lead.
Yes, there is.
They kept the Scatty for the one shot. Goal.
Yeah.
That sniper really was there the whole game, huh?
Yep. I thought about picking it up, but it's like it's gonna not go too well, I don't think.
It's good that you didn't
You
challenge
lost the
that.
lead.
Had a much better chance on that.
Game
guy.
over. Tough break. That's a defeat.
That was close. That was a good game.
Yes, it was. I
That-
played
some pretty
a
good
whole
stuff.
lot different
Hey Rick,
than Oh, Rick, hi.
he's in the chat.
Yeah, I see you.
Alright, I'm just gonna restart the stream here so I could break it up into bits and pieces.
Okay.